Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TheBINPodcast with a very, very special episode today. What episode is it, you guys? Do you want to tell the chat and friends and family of this very fun podcast what episode it is?
Is it 70?
I don't know. I think...
Wait.
I don't know.
Is it 50?
We hit 50 like months ago, B-Hub.
Oh,
It is episode 69. Woo! So we got a special one, and this episode will be 69 minutes long, so we are cutting it at an hour and 9 minutes. That is 69 minutes. So let's start off this 69-minute episode. We are officially, wait for it, 1 minute into this 69-minute episode. So let's begin.
68 minutes to
I
go.
am joined by two of the three co-hosts. Sadly, Isaiah is not with us, or LA Faithful. Hopefully he'll be back for episode 70, which should be a very big episode, hopefully. So I have to my left a guy from Virginia who's weirdly a Cowboys fan, but a Boston fan in all other sports. I'm joined by B-Hub. How are you doing, B-Hub?
Doing pretty good. This is the greatest episode of all time besides 420 or episode 100. But I'm doing very good. And it's not a lot of news going on in sports, but it's a very big week in certain scenarios.
And right below me and B-Hub, we are joined by the man, the myth, the best Phillies YouTuber on the platform. We are joined by Talking Sports with MG Nas. MG, how are you doing today, my buddy?
Listen here. Today is episode 69. So look, this is going to be the greatest creation in podcast history.
Yes.
Just
we are.
And by the way, on Twitter, we need to cancel Hayden. We need to cancel this man.
If I go down, you're coming down with me. You're coming down with me on Twitter.
No.
Yes. You are coming down with me.
I disagree.
But this is Gronk's. This is going to be Rob Gronkowski's favorite episode. He's listening.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or 420.
No, 69 is
Yeah,
more
it's
his
definitely
number.
69.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Snoop Dogg's favorite episode would be 420. And if it's legal, then we might be smoking on the episode. If it's legal. But it probably won't be. So let's get on going. So let's begin. I don't know. I can't think. I think a sports back, but I don't know. B-Hub, I think I'm blanking. You want to tell the folks what I'm blanking on? What is back officially this week?
I think it's woman swimming. Maybe learn how to do those breaststrokes. But dang, his camera's all messed up. But the MLB is finally back. Okay, I'm throwing you a pitch. We all know that's a strikeout, let's be honest. But we're all glad baseball's back. After the lockout, it makes it more anticipated because it's a very even season, in my opinion. A lot of stars going elsewhere. And I'm just very excited. Opening day, as of recording, was 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. But some teams, like me and NG, we played earlier today, finally. We were supposed to play on opening day. That's the reason we lost, because it got canceled for a day. But we're all very happy baseball's back. And what's y'all's opinion on it? I want to hear y'all's side of this, because I think I'm a bigger baseball fan than both of y'all. So I want to hear what y'all's perspective on this is.
Before I'll let MG take the show because his team actually won out of ours. Sadly, the Brewers lost on Thursday.
Wait, B-Hub, how much do you? How tall are you? How tall are you?
He's 6'9", 245.
How tall are you actually? What?
Come on, B-Hub, answer the question.
I think I'm the tallest here. I'm the biggest baseball.
trying to completely ignore what you were saying. Oh my god.
but nah, man, it was insane.
Oh.
The Blue Jays, that game was insane.
That was
Great.
great games already.
Yes, that was a good game. Walk off by Beer on National Beer Day. You had a
Hey,
walk off by
fuck the
Javi Baez.
Padres.
That was a reviewed call.
Mm.
So it's just been great baseball.
Yeah.
Has the pitchers look good, like Kyle Hendricks. Otani looked decent in the time he got. So Aaron Nola looked decent until I believe the sixth or seventh inning.
When he
Started
allowed
short.
that 3-run bomb.
Yeah. But other than that, Nola looked good for most of the game. So had some good pitching play, but the Red Sox and Yankees,
At
big
least we didn't
time,
lose in extra innings.
big time game, man. That was a big time game.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Yankees down early, but Cole got his stuff together over the second, third, and fourth inning. Finished his game well, and the Yankees bullpen limited to the Sox to only 2 runs the rest of the game. So shout out to the Yankees bullpen and solid game by the Red Sox too. Devers came out with a bomb, and other players stepped up as well. So it's gonna be a great season.
Are you talking about the future MVP, Rafael Devers?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, it's kind of a joke, but kind of not really, because I really think he could finish top 3 to top 5.
I agree. Hayden?
So, you know how on one of my latest videos I made a take about the MLB? I'm so confident on that. For those who do not know, in my Brewers season prediction, I had the Brewers winning 99 games, and I'm so confident that we will win 99 games if we don't out buy a Cubs hat and sing "Go Cubs Go" on the podcast.
Wait. I'm writing this down.
I'm confident. Like, even though we took it now, I'm looking on the bright side. The bats, McCutchen came out hot for us, which is huge. Yelich, I fucking swear, if you have an inconsistent year again, I'm gonna fucking
So
kick
the
your
bets
ass.
if the Brewers get under 99 wins, right?
This is going on TikTok clips.
We gotta get behind the scenes back, MG. I keep forgetting to tell you to do it, so episode 70 we should
Time's
have it.
tough nowadays, but
It's
I'll see
tough,
what I can do.
but yeah. But yeah, the Brewers batting, we're looking good besides fucking Yelich, and I fucking swear Yelich, I fucking swear. But we gotta, batting's coming out. Burns' pitching was iffy. Like he had it was a slow start for him because I believe the fourth, fifth he had like 5 strikeouts or 4.
4 straight strikeouts, I
4
believe.
straight strikeouts. He
1 point
started
game.
feeling himself. I think it just took him a little bit to get back in sync because we did have a we did have a shorter spring training, but I think Burns has to let the game come back to him, which we started to see later on in the game, and by that time it was sadly too late where we had to pull him because we didn't want to overuse him. And then hitting wise was good with McCutchen. I think this next game will be, aka the game today as this episode's airing, the game that probably already happened when the episode's aired. I think this will be a good game for us. We need a good rebound right here.
The Cubs are winning.
I fucking swear, B-Hub, if you are right, B-Hub, look at me. If you're right.
You know what? The Cubs
I can't look straight at you on the cross-side, bro.
Fucking swear.
B-Hub, I think the Cubs are going to win this game too. Marcus Stroman, he looked to have a good game.
And I gotta say, the Cubs didn't start off the best
Fucking
pitching,
swear.
but when they get in the groove, they could be a solid rotation because they added a little bit of pieces. We all know Suzuki; he looked very good in the opener, and I'm very excited. In my opinion, he's probably going to be unanimous Rookie of the Year because in the NL, it's not as stacked as the AL.
Yeah, especially if Pittsburgh doesn't call up O'Neal Cruz.
Bro, they're just sabotaging his arbitration stuff, getting more time on him. That's that. They have nothing to really play for. Let your best
Let O'Neal Cruz play, bro. He's gonna be good.
He is a 6'7" shortstop. Watch.
Can we talk about this Angels and fucking what's their name? Astros and how the
Astros.
Astros are cheating again?
You mean the cheat stros?
Yeah, can we mention how the Astros are cheating? 4 straight, like, deep shots. 2 of them went for home runs. 4 in a row.
I think you need to check their jerseys. They might have another buzzer, or like watch out for the trash cans.
Yeah, like, someone
I'm not
has to
saying
keep an
the
eye on the
Astros
trash
are
cans.
cheating, but Jesus, their hitting is fucking amazing to start
Like,
off.
outside of all of the cheating jokes, holy shit, that game was...
One guy
Oh, wow.
y'all need to pay attention to is Kyle Tucker.
What if I
Tucker,
don't wanna?
yeah.
What if I don't want to?
He is very good. He's pretty underrated in my opinion, but I feel like he could be a top 5 MVP candidate.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of Kyle Tucker from last season. I like what I see from Kyle Tucker, and I love to see what he does again this year. Yordan Alvarez, that dude's a tank.
Bro, oh my god.
Dude's a god. So
yeah, he hits bombs.
But yeah, baseball's been good to start. It's been really good. I love it. And it's hitting season in Philadelphia. It's hitting season.
Your defensive pitching looked kind of decent today, so
the
defense just stay like that.
Moments, the pitching wasn't bad to start, especially to start.
Kyle
Nola only giving 1 for probably the first like 4 innings.
Sure be.
Hey, B-Up.
Hey, he hits bombs. What'd you say?
How was Jackie Bradley Jr. today?
He's there for defense.
Wait. If someone can tell me who Jackie Bradley Jr. is, I'll give you a shout out on the next episode.
Okay, so you might actually have a baseball fan watching this, and everyone knows who Jackie. I know who Jackie
Bradley Jr. has pretty much been a lifelong Red Sox. So if someone has been like watching the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. has pretty much been the staple for the last decade.
Scratch that. If you've been watching baseball, I know who Jackie Bradley is. I think Hayden's just a casual fan, and he just found out who he was.
He makes web gems. He has a cannon of an arm.
You're right.
He's
I just found out
training.
who it was.
Jackie Bradley.
I am a casual as of right now. I want to become a diehard fan, though. I'm working on it.
Bro, I'm becoming a baseball genius, bro. I'm telling you guys, the Mariners are finishing. Wait, go watch my video.
I'm going to say, you're going to spoil your video.
But I'm telling you guys, the Mariners are
coming. I disagree. I can see what you're saying. I think the Mariners could be a top 2 team in that division.
We'll see.
Did they just have a shootout with the Giants, too, and the Giants had a walk-off today?
They played the Marlins.
They played the Marlins. Marlins are coming in 4th in their own division.
Why am I getting the Mariners and the Marlins mixed up?
Because they're kind of around the same colors.
And the same similar names. Mariners, Marlins. So I don't know. You're stupid.
But still, what a shootout that game was. The Giants game.
But the Mariners beat the Twins today 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, the Twins could be all right.
Twins are underrated.
Byron Buxton, just stay healthy for the love of all in the world.
Oh my God!
When he's healthy, he's one of the best outfielders in the MLB.
Hey,
we need to talk about health.
You want my autograph?
I swear to God, Key Brian Hayes.
Well, you're
for the love of God, bro, please.
Bro, he got hurt on opening day, which sucks.
On the first inning, I feel so bad for Key Brian Hayes.
I think that was the wrist he hurt last year as well.
Yes, it was, bro. And as soon as he fell, I'm like, no, it happens again. Bro, I like Key Brian Hayes. I have him on my fantasy team, but dude, I just feel bad because he's hurt. His wrist is just every time he hits it, it's just he's done, man.
Up to him.
I heard it was minor, and he will definitely be back sometime soon. So
that's good.
Did he get his X-ray yet?
I just heard it was minor. I just heard from inside sources that it was a minor injury.
Because you never know, because sometimes when you land on your wrist, it looks better, it appears better than it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good. And another thing with the Pirates, sell the team. Just sell the team.
Nah. They're the Detroit Lions of this division, okay?
They shouldn't be called the Pirates anymore. It's the Pittsburgh Brian Reynolds. It's pretty much just Brian Reynolds. He's the only face and name, besides Brian Hayes. And they just have young talent.
O'Neal Cruz could be too, but they don't want
to play. He's in AAA. They're abusing his time.
They're wasting his time, bro.
I have one more thing. I want you guys to rate this, and you guys in the chat too. What do you think of the the Braves rings?
I think it's pretty solid.
I think it's an
I like
8.
the bases in there. You know,
I think it's an 8. I think it's an 8. I like the blue. Okay.
it has Braves colors in it. I'll give it a solid
It's
7 or 8.
it's
Today
it's
in
old.
the chat of a friend of ours, JB Taylor's, in his YouTube chat.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to JB Taylor. He's doing a great game. Great job calling the game. His first ever stream, he called a walk-off. He is a Diamondback fan.
It lived up to the channel name.
Walk Off Sports Talk on
Go
YouTube.
check out Walk Off Sports Talk. I will post the link in the chat in the very beginning and pin it. So go subscribe to that.
And if you want to search
I would not be there.
Make sure to put Walk Off Sports Talk because someone else has a Walk Off Sports. Make sure to put Talk at the end of it.
Exactly.
You'll find it. Yeah, because when you look up just Walk Off Sports, it's someone else's channel.
But back to the story. Isaiah was in there calling those rings ugly. I want to know, overreaction or underreaction?
Overreaction. Those are not ugly. Those are pretty good.
It's not the ugliest rings I've seen in the last 5 years. So
this is the Bucks.
Who? I just broke my TV.
And this is why this is episode 69, folks.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Anything can happen, boys. Anything can happen.
Bro, this is a clip. Oh my.
Episode 69.
Bro, that's the second thing he's throwing something at
That's the second monitor that I
broke. But back on topic.
Because this was a smart TV 2.
My mom would murder me.
You came out of my own money, so I'm going to have to save up money.
So Hayden can buy a new monitor.
Please give me 200K so we can go get me a monitor.
Back on topic though, baseball's been amazing. There's a lot of other things we could talk about, like with baseball too. The Dodgers, I expected them to win, and man, the Colorado Rockies, bro.
Ooh.
Chris Bryant was just for ticket sales. Crazy.
Yeah. He's there to get his stats in Coors Field.
He got
He's
struck
just
out.
A recognizable face.
Too. He was the batter on the game-winning strikeout for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Oh.
That team is going to be fucking terrible.
Oh, that Dodgers team.
It's literally Charlie Blackmon, Yerman Marquez, and Chris Bryant.
And I think Blackman's gone this year. He has to be gone.
I don't know what the Rockies do because they let Trevor Story go. You're like, you know what? Let's get a guy for more money, Chris Bryant, I think Chris Bryant's a little bit older. I think about maybe almost a year older than Trevor Story. Mm-hmm. So I don't get that. At least they're spending money on the Guardians. Besides, they did re-sign Jose Ramirez. That was the best thing they've done.
Come on, he's a franchise.
It's after they traded Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Bieber and
Ramirez.
But at least they're not as down bad as the Athletics.
The A's.
They are so down
First
bad.
off, Frankie Montas got bullied by his manager. Frankie Montas gave up so many runs, and the manager was not willing to take him out. Montas was thrown into the fire.
And the pitcher they traded when his first game with the Padres almost had a no-hitter.
We almost had a no-hitter, too, in the Padres game before they put in hell.
Well, Darvish, he didn't allow a hit.
Yeah, back-to-back games.
Darvish, wow.
But it wasn't an official no-hitter, obviously, because, not got to go all 9 innings and all this stuff. But Darvish did not allow a hit when he pitched. So, good luck for you, Darvish. I'm a Darvish I won't say a hater, but a doubter this year.
As the Darvish owner in fantasy, great opening day.
Me and B have also had that conversation about, the pitching, and I'm a Darvish doubter, but good luck for him. Good luck.
I think Darvish can be solid, but I don't think he'll get back to form like he was on the Cubs, on the Rangers, when he was in his physical prime. Mm-hmm. I think he could be around a 3 ERA guy, get 12 wins. I think that's
it was 12 innings or something. Yeah.
Or his floor, I don't know. Hey, maybe he'll come out and be like a god again.
He's like Julio
time.
Urias, like 20-1 on the year.
I know, like it's crazy. You know, every time I want to like look in the camera and say something, I just get pissed off because I see the TV crack. I'm looking at it
Dude,
right
you
now.
did it. Like,
Your
Hayden,
fault.
you
Dude,
don't like
I
how
was
that
trying to
works
like
out.
overthrow it and it came out of my hand too late. This is the second time I did this on recording. This is the second TV I broke, or like computer thing I broke, like
You
monitor.
broke that, and you've always also put a hole in your wall.
I actually fixed the hole today, so it's no longer there.
But so we've seen opening day and stuff, and everyone's gonna have their opening day overreactions. But
Brewers winning
I
99
genuinely
games.
think this is gonna be a great baseball year.
Oh,
Cause like I don't know, bro. I'm just feeling it this year more than any other.
Now, before we move on, B-Hub, can we expect any baseball streams from you this year?
I think I might be joining Hayden for one shortly soon. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
B-Hub posts baseball videos on his channel. He does Red Sox videos and be like, yeah,
Maybe
say the
soon.
Bogarts
He
washed
won't
and
get the broken
every
TV, but he will get
championship.
I almost broke a
I'm joking,
controller.
dude. That's very bad, bro.
I need to stop touching stuff because I almost just broke a controller.
Guys, I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with this.
Like, this man does this on episode 69,
Dude,
the best
I
episode.
literally opened something and my controller almost fell and broke. And like this
This
guy
episode
can break at
69.
any moment because this is like if this breaks, it's gonna be rough. But I was like trying to pull up like a webcam that was gonna show them, be like, this is what's gonna get B-Hub consistent again type thing. I think I got it right here. Yeah,
But
this
anyway.
is what's gonna get B-Hub consistent. And guess what? This is one of the only things I've not broken yet.
I'm just saying, he kind of broke something else that he was about to give to me.
What was
yeah.
that? Wait, what did I break?
PC.
Oh yeah, that PC. I broke it during the Niners-Packers game.
I mean, look, Aiden, definitely
Dude,
a kind,
my
a very,
first
very
stream
kind
back,
guy.
I break a PC. First stream back from retirement, I break a PC.
Aiden, a very, very kind guy, as you guys can see. I mean, he's willing to offer B-Hub things, but clumsy.
He's literally the most clumsy person
Bro,
I've ever spoken to and seen.
Dude, just wait till it's like short season and like doing vlogs. They're gonna see so many bruises from like all the time I run into like corners of like my dad. Like I'm clumsy with my technology and I'm clumsy with my body in real life. Like there might be like, clips in vlogs that I just trip and fall over my own ankles. Like it's that bad. I'm very clumsy.
But I have an idea what we should do. Oh, we all know MG's made a video about it.
Okay.
But me and Hayden haven't made our predictions, and it's only 2 days into the MLB season.
I did my Brewers.
I think we should do our predictions, and maybe we could see who we have winning the World Series.
I didn't do my World Series stuff.
Oh, I'm Dodgers winning that. If anyone else has anything else, they're biased as fuck for their team. It's gonna be the fucking Dodgers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that team does not win it all this year. That's the biggest disappointment in this year's season.
I mean, obviously the Dodgers are the favorite, but
I love them not to go. That'll be funny as fuck.
You're making it seem like they're like the murderers row Yankees or something.
No, they're not. But like I'm saying, this team is like the modern day murderers row Yankees type thing.
All right. So if they disappoint, we know it's all Hayden's fault for jinxing.
And I don't give a fuck, because fuck the Dodgers.
I gotta say, like, the NL has gotten, like, I wouldn't say stacked, but there's multiple contenders. I can see the Braves going back to back.
The Braves, the Dodgers, the Phillies might make their case. The Brewers could always make a case.
Not World Series.
Not World Series. Like, I'm trying to explain like, the good teams. I'm just explaining good teams, MG.
I know, but not contenders.
Braves,
I gotta.
The Mets, if
there's always
can get healthy. Heading into that. Oh, what else?
One sleeper team is kind of the Cardinals.
Fuck the Cardinals. Yes. They ain't doing shit. No, fuck the Cardinals. They bitches.
You know what I love about the Cardinals? Their infield is good, man. I love it.
No, fuck
they have multiple people.
They are bitches. Fuck the Cardinals. Fuck the Cubs. Fuck every team but the Pirates in that division, in that NL Central.
You know what? That's why you broke your monitor.
That's why you broke your monitor.
No, I broke my monitor over something you said.
That's why you broke a monitor and a TV screen.
I know this team's in my division, but I really think the Blue Jays could go to the World Series.
I agree.
The Yankees could make a deep playoff push.
I don't trust the Yankees because of their manager.
I don't trust them either.
Aaron Boone.
But deep playoff push, I could see. I don't see World Series for the Yankees.
The Yankees are interesting. I like some of the guys that they have in their lineup. I don't know, man. I like Rizzo. I don't like Joey Gallo.
Oh my! He is literally going to be a 100 hitter again.
He's going to be
190.
He's going to hit
home runs.
He's going to hit 195, but have 40 home runs, 8 million RBIs, but hit 184, bro.
But he would be the first person to go like 0-5 or like 0-6 in an extra inning game.
Mm-hmm.
He would be the guy to go like. He might break Chris Davis's record for like longest time without a hit. Like he has those chances to do that. Because if he gets like the only time he hits a ball is if it's a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like he has the craziest power. Like he has some of the worst like
contact.
I wouldn't say eyesight, but like recognition for pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and he's just not a good contact hitter. He's just not a good contact.
That's why I like playing against him.
I'm not trying to end this conversation.
You want to know something?
Go ahead.
Me and Biha were watching the Yankees and Red Sox game, and we are in the Discord, and the main chat in our Discord is called Free Talk. So we were in Free Talk, and literally, as soon as Joey Gallo struck out, me and Biha at the same time commented, Joey Gallo, home runner strikeout at the same time.
Dude, you guys were telepathically connected there.
We're black.
According to I can't do this.
I just want you to know I'm joking.
Yes, we need
to
stop doing that. We need to stop doing that.
Anyways, according to our calculations...
Well, I might be. I might need to do it in like a test to see if I'm...
Dude, we gotta do a DNA test. Because if you're like 5%, no one can say that we're racist because you're 5% black.
Yes, I will do a test.
Do one, please.
According to my calculations,
what?
I think that it is time to move on from the baseball conversation.
I was about to say...
Unless you have one more thing to say.
I'll be able to go first.
Let's put a hashtag Hayden is clumsy in the chat.
Hayden is clumsy.
Bro, that's what baseball does.
I don't know how you did it again.
Dude, I just went like this.
Before we move on, you do got to answer BF's question, though, about our predictions, World Series predictions. I'm going Dodgers and Blue Jays in the World Series. Dodgers is 7.
That might be my prediction as well.
I know Dodgers fans are going to hate this. Dodgers, Astros, Dodgers in 4.
Why would they hate that?
What? Huh?
They're playing the Astros again, and then all we'll hear is how they treat.
If they get a championship, I don't think I don't think the Astros are making the World Series this year.
They're going to cheat.
I think the Astros are going to take a step back. I know they're looking good to start off, but their pitching is worrisome.
Hey,
for me, as a Red Sox fan, like we have not the best pitching as well, but their pitching worries me because they have a 39-year-old Justin Verlander is their second best pitcher. Coming off Tommy John.
And Lance McCullers is already hurt.
I have a take. The Angels will make the playoffs this year.
I agree. They will make the playoffs this year.
I disagree.
Okay.
I
like their pitching, and you gotta love
their pitching. I
can't trust the Angels. Like, I just want to see Mike Trout in the playoffs. That's all I want.
Let's just say Mike Trout Ohtani goes off in the playoffs, hitting and Ohtani pitching wise, and they make it to the series, and we get LA versus LA.
Unfortunately, that will never happen.
Yeah, that would never happen. But just imagine.
I'm just saying this. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to see it, like obviously as a baseball fan, you want to see Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani in the playoffs. But the last, I don't know how many years they've had Mike Trout, they've made the playoffs
Otani's
one or
gonna
two
be
times.
Otani's gonna be the next Trout of this team. I already know it.
I mean,
Once he goes,
the thing
I'm
with
sorry, Arturo, you have to deal with this.
I apologize too
yeah.
that I do think they will make the playoff. They'll lose in a wild card though. I think they're a wild
Archer.
card team.
I would love to see them in the playoffs, but I just can't trust them.
I think they're a wild card team. They'll
Archer,
lose in the
I
wild.
have the Dodgers bandwagon slip right here, so all you gotta do is just sign right here, here,
So
here.
I bet Arturo
Give
would
us
catch,
your
like,
credit card
okay.
information here, social security number here, and then you'll all be set to be a Dodgers bandwagon. Ignore the part that says this is a heater for ice fishing. Ignore that part, but yeah.
I think
Wait.
Hayden's a bandwagon.
The
Okay,
fuck?
so
I've been watching Brewers baseball since I was my whole life. How am I a
all right,
bandwagon?
so my World Series before we go, my World Series MVP is going to be not Freddie Freeman.
Who? Will Smith?
I only, and no disrespect to Will Smith, but he's only saying that because he's named after the actor.
Yeah,
But-
that's a topic of conversation.
Isn't it? But no,
Yes.
I'm not Mookie Betts. I'm gonna say Max Muncy's the World Series MVP.
Ooh, I have my World Series MVP Mookie Betts.
Okay.
Bill?
I'm gonna be kind of different because normally, sometimes in the World Series, they have these
You're going Chris
not
Shaw.
the best players. I'm gonna go with Chris Taylor.
Ooh.
I like it.
I like
Mhm.
He performs
Now-
well for them in the playoffs, though, and he plays everywhere, so he could
He
get a
does.
lot of time. They traded AJ Pollock so he could be a staple in the lineup.
hmm
So, and honestly, another player that could maybe is Gavin Lux because he's been playing well to start off the year. But I feel like in the World Series, some of these underrated guys somehow get it. Like when the Red Sox won it, Steven Pierce won it. Hayden doesn't even know who that is.
Nope.
He doesn't.
Nope. Oh,
So,
I was just
sometimes
happy
random
you
people-
guys beat fucking the Dodgers in that game, in that series.
But as a Red Sox fan, I want it to be Mookie Betts.
Yeah. But
All right.
All
Next topic.
I want to say this is the longest we have ever talked about baseball on the podcast. The official time was 32 minutes and 35 seconds.
Then we also saw Hayden break his monitor.
Yes.
And this is probably gonna happen a lot during the summers.
No, it won't.
Well, us talking about baseball will.
Oh, baseball. Fuck yeah. Well,
I was talking about you breaking your monitor.
dude, because that was the last thing you said. Now, this topic was specially requested by a dear friend of the podcast, a guy who's been on this podcast episode a few times, by one half of the sports sphere, Josh. He wants us to talk about Will Smith getting banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I'm gonna slap you.
I
Here's the
got you,
thing.
B-Hub. I got you. Boom.
Here's the thing.
Dodged
Will
it.
Smith. We all know what happened. We all know everyone has a different opinion.
It's fucking funny.
What
The memes.
Will Smith did was just
Funny.
it was an embarrassment. I'm gonna just be honest. And he had not only kind of embarrassed himself, but he embarrassed all the people who gave him credibility. He kind of embarrassed the Oscars in a way, even though the Oscars had one of their largest viewerships ever. And that was amazing for them. They made a lot of money off of that. But the Oscars, you want them to have their highest viewership of all time because they did well, because the performers did well, because the awards were given to the right people. You don't want it to be because of controversy and just controversial moments. We live in a society where controversy fuels views, where negativity fuels a lot of
Trust me.
it's attractive. It's attractive.
All my most popular Twitter posts are my controversial Twitter posts.
I don't think no one cares about your
But I'm
controversial
just saying,
Twitter
like,
posts.
No one
We're
cares
talking
about your
Will
Twitter.
Smith.
but you know
We're
what I
talking
mean,
about
though. Like, controversy is, like, popular in today's society.
And I just listen, banning him for 10 years. I don't think 10 years, is it necessary for what he did? Yes. I don't think it'll take him 10 years to learn his lesson. I feel like he'll never do it again. Rather he's at the
He
grave.
learned it probably like, I don't know, 10 minutes after he did it.
Probably.
Chris Rock did not press charges. Will Smith could have gone to jail that night, and Chris Rock
Yeah,
said no. And they
I don't
also
know.
asked him to be if Chris Rock wanted to kick him off and the Oscars for that night and not to receive his award, and he said no because he knew Will Smith deserved it.
And I think that's a lot of respect has to go to Chris Rock in this situation. Not only did he, and a lot of people say, well, how are you just going to get slapped like that? You can't let someone do that to you. Chris Rock was the ultimate professional. He handled it, and he took it. He made another joke out of it, as all comedians would have in that situation. And he finished off the show just like Chris Rock would. And Chris Rock, all respect goes out to him. He could have sent Will Smith to jail. He could have, if he really wanted to, he could have got Will Smith's award taken away from him if he asked them to.
Mm-hmm.
He could have got Will Smith banned for a lifetime if he asked them to.
He could have got him banned for life.
But
Chris
he said
Rock,
no.
Chris Rock, whether you agree with the joke or not, he handled that situation well. And I'm not going to comment too much about Will Smith and Jada Smith's marriage. All I'm going to say, there's a lot of things that go on in that marriage.
All right, go ahead.
And there's certain women that you defend in your life. You defend your mom at all costs. And if you have a sister, you defend her at all costs. But there's certain situations with certain relationships where certain women will put you in situations that could hurt you in the future. And this was a great example of one of them. And no disrespect to Jada Smith. But if you're going to do something like that, let it be more worth it. Let the situation be a little bit more worth it. And with that marriage, it just seems like Will Smith is getting played out of that marriage because of everything else outside of this. This Oscars was just another example. But Will Smith is just kind of getting played out in that relationship. But not going to comment too much.
But
shout out to Chris Rock for handling it like a man. Will Smith, I still love him. Great actor. One of the best ever. Still going to laugh at all his movies and enjoy his stuff to the day I die. He's just that great of a guy. And, hopefully everyone comes to peace.
Talking about Will Smith gave me a memory. I compared myself to him one time thinking it was Will Ferrell.
Of course, you try to compare to yourself like someone that's white, but you made it in the most.
So basically, what happened? It was like I was at like a church service, and someone said, "You look like Will Ferrell," and then when I was trying to tell it to my family, I was like, "Someone told me today at church that I look like Will Smith," and I said it so confidently that they're like, "Since when do you look like Will Smith?" I'm like, "I always have. It's the curly hair. Like I just went out full on," and then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm stupid." But honestly,
you're used to that.
Respect to you, because I did that as a joke, just to like get a little nod, like a little joke for what Josh told me. But shout out to MG there for actually breaking it down, because I was like joking about going on. I thought we were gonna laugh it off and move on. But shout out to MG. B-Up, do you have anything you want to say about this?
Great job, MG. That's the perfect take, and that's how I would break it down. Like I get, like he's been going through a lot, but it's not like a biggest dig that he's heard in the last few years in that marriage. And it was like a life, like it wasn't a joke that was like one of the worst he's heard in the last few years. Well, you never see the other person, like what they're going through in their scenarios. But what he did was wrong. I don't know about the 10 years, but the Academy has to do what they have to do. And on the flip side, it gave them the biggest ratings they've had in a long time. So, like, I hope he learns from this lesson. Like, I think he will. Chris Rock did a great job in handling it, moving on. And as all comedians do, they when they laugh off something that bad happens, they just laugh it off. They just laugh off, like, if something goes bad. And that's literally not the worst he could have said about their relationship. And the way he reacted, I don't think it was warranted. but you never know what people are going through in that scenario.
Yeah, B-Hub, MG, they nailed it perfectly. I'm just gonna sum this up, my take here, and then we'll move on to back to sports. They nailed it perfectly. The only thing I disagree with is giving him 10 years. I think it should be more like 5. Because when this ban is over, he's going to be 63 and probably going to be close to retirement.
Hey, you see some of these people acting in their 80s. So.
Oh, yeah, you do. Betty White did before she tragically passed away.
She acted until she was like 98.
Yeah. Like, it's common, but I'm just saying, like, he might be wrapping up his career. What, MG?
Guess what?
What?
Look at the screen.
Okay, I'm looking.
That's what you get for calling yourself Will Smith.
Next topic.
MG, you did it wrong to begin with. It's like this. You know,
and also, we need to cancel Hayden on Twitter for being racist. Let's move on.
All right, next topic.
All right. Let's head into honestly, my favorite sport right now. The NBA. And let's talk about the Heat are going to have a curse on them this year. MG.
What's the NBA?
The National Basketball Association.
Who do they associate with? Kim Jong-un?
Oh my gosh, don't make me. I'm not in. No.
Nah, bro.
Anyways, MG.
They associate with the sport of basketball, B-Hub.
Yeah, anyways.
Like, is this the ball, like, you go like that?
You go like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
like
they'll just take the ball and just throw it at you.
No. This is NFL. This is MLB. And this is NBA.
I gotta say, that was an L form.
Shut up. I don't care. I don't have a basketball in my hand. But MG,
what do you want to talk about for NBA?
You want to tell the fans what the curse the Heat are going to have to overcome this year is?
See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. When LeBron James was in the Eastern Conference, he was always the 1 seed and always made the finals, right?
Only was 1 seed once since Miami, but with Cleveland.
Well, since LeBron has left, the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference has not won a championship. Better yet, the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference has not even made the finals since LeBron James has left.
Now, you want to tell them a few of the 1 seeds from since then?
See, you have the Milwaukee Bucks multiple times. You have the 76ers. We don't talk about that.
There's one more team who was affected, who's a fan of in here.
And the Bostonian Celtics have all been the 1 seed since LeBron's left.
And have been affected by this curse.
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
And now this Heat team is going to be affected by it. And is it just me, or does this team look exhausted?
You know, they've definitely, over the last 2 weeks, have been playing a little bit different lately. You have had some arguments on the sideline. You've had some things happen.
And
so, we'll see what happens. Heat have been a great team all year, have done a lot of different things, but I fear some of their offensive firepower. And I know amazing defense is great for the NBA, but at the end of the day, you do need some type of offense in order to win a championship. And the Heat offense scares me a little bit because they can put up great defensive performances, but they don't have a guy. And Jimmy Butler's a great player, but they don't have a guy night in and night out who gives them 30 to 35 points a game.
Like the Giannis, Embiid, Tatum.
Jimmy Butler is a guy, he can get you 25. He can make clutch shots. But when you, like Hayden just said, you got a guy in Embiid, averages 30 a game. Giannis averages almost 30 a game. Tatum can put up 30 points, especially during the second half of the season. Tatum basically averages 30 a game in the second half of the year. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, you know, and I know that's not what it's all about. I know the game is not about scoring, and people are going to be like, "Oh, it's not about scoring." But when we talk about the Heat offense, they don't have a guy who consistently can get them 30 a night, or has consistently got them 30 a night in a playoff series in a while. They don't have a guy who can go out and set up an offense at a high level, because Kyle Lowry, as great as he is, he's getting older. He's not the same as he was when he won the championship with the Raptors, and he was still an all-star. Bam Adebayo is great, not the best scorer. Tyler Hero's your best scorer on your team this season. No disrespect to Butler. He's obviously the best all-around player, and he's better scoring in the mid-range. But Tyler Hero has been your best shooter and one of your best scorers on the team this year. And him coming off the bench is cool, but Tyler Hero really being your one of your best scorers, if not the best scorer on your team, I don't know. Heat are a great team, but even besides this curse, I do have some questions about them.
Mm-hmm. I do.
But I have questions. I have a little bit of questions about every team in the East this year. But every team in the East also has their strengths. That's why this makes this year's conference a great one.
Now, the thing is with the Heat, they're going to have one of the toughest schedules. I think the Bucks, Celtics will have a tougher schedule. Mainly the Bucks, because the Heat, they're going to have to come out and play either Cleveland or probably Brooklyn.
If they got to play Brooklyn.
I think they're going to be playing Cleveland at the 8th seed.
Cleveland is tough for them.
The whole
People
East is not good.
Cleveland
The
as
thing
a matchup
is about this Heat team, same thing with the Bulls team as well, which we will get into later. They're more of a small ball team, it feels like, a little bit. Because you got PJ Tucker starting at your 4, Jimmy Butler at the 3. Oh, wait, no, it's the 2. Either way, like, when it comes to their big mans, they got PJ Tucker and Bam
Adebayo and Dwayne Dedmon.
They have Dwayne Dedmon off the bench. They just have Haslam there as a coach.
But facing off in the first round versus like a Jarrett Allen type player, who will be healthy, who is a great player, which people forgot before he got injured, it's going to be tough for them. And then I've been hearing reports Colin Sexton might come back for the playoffs as well, which will be huge for the Cavs.
Here's the
I
thing.
like how you brought up Jarrett Allen, but you got to talk about Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley as well. I totally forgot about him.
You know how you bring up
Garland?
Size? The only thing about that is that their size actually doesn't matter because they stop centers and big men with their zone defense, and it's annoying as fuck.
Well, last year didn't stop yet, honest.
Because your guys' defense clamped them up even more, and Jimmy Butler was outscored by Bryn Forbes in a playoff series. Jimmy. I love you, Jimmy, but Jesus Christ, you can't be getting out.
I love you too, Jimmy. I love you.
He's a bubble boy.
Bubble.
Ever since, hey, I just gotta say, maybe Rachel Nichols was the reason he was balling.
He was balling.
He was balling on the court and off the court.
He was balling
I'm sorry, we had to make a 69 reference. I'm sorry, we had to.
Let's just say, after games, he was balling in the sheets.
Bruh,
we had to make a 69 reference on episode 69. Like,
my man Jimmy had a double-double on and off the court, bro. But
yeah.
are interesting.
Where do you see this team falling, though? Like, do you see them going the first, second, third? Do you have them losing in the finals or winning it?
The Miami Heat, if they play the Nets, that is tough. It's defense versus offense.
Honestly,
luckily for the Heat, they're probably not going to be going up against Ben Simmons, which could be. And I know it's going to sound crazy to say, but that is a difference maker in the playoffs because Ben Simmons' defense could really affect Jimmy Butler. But with him not being there, Butler going to be guarded by Kyrie Irving or Seth Curry or even Bruce Brown.
That's going to be Bruce Brown. It's probably going to be Bruce or KD.
Could be, but I don't.
More KD.
Even though the Heat defense is great, I just can't see them stopping Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Without Ben, no.
I'm going to say the Heat lose in the second round. Oh, no. I can see them losing to the Nets. Okay, because there's not for sure they're going to play the Nets. They're going to play the Cavs in the first round.
Right now, it's looking like it's going to be the Nets. Because the Nets will probably get the
they're going to lose in the second round.
No. They're going to play the Cavs. Never mind. Milwaukee will play the Nets. My bad.
No. I got it. So what's going to happen is the Heat will get eliminated in the second round this year. It'll be a second round exit.
Philly? Because they'll play the lowest seed if they win the first round. And if the first, second, third, and fourth team
unless the Bulls upset is gonna be us. It's gonna be us, Chicago, or Toronto.
The Bulls.
The Bulls ain't upsetting though. I'm calling this right here. I don't even know if this is a hot take, but I have my moment here. I'm gonna have not a Hayden moment because it's not gonna be a dumb take. This is gonna be a very
It's
passionate.
actually logical.
Yes, the
Hey!
Bulls are a guaranteed first round exit this year in the
It's
playoffs.
not like I've been saying that all year long, baby.
They are a first round exit. The Bulls are a guaranteed first round exit, and you know what? Celtics might beat them in 4 or 5 games.
Celtics in 4.
Celtics, I'll say Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 4.
Good luck, Josh. Good
Nah,
luck.
fuck the Bulls.
The way the Bulls have been playing lately, cannot trust them.
Dude,
They have not been good
they
since the
got
All-Star break.
blown out by Charlotte today.
Hold on, Hayden. That's the same Charlotte team we dropped 140 points on a few games ago.
Yeah.
They got blown out by that team. Get out of here. The Bulls are guaranteed first round exits. Celtics in 5 against the, and I hate the
I'm
Celtics.
seeing the future. I'm seeing the Celtics going to the second round and
Losing to the Bucks.
maybe 5 or 6. What?
Because if the Celtics win and the Bucks win, we face you in the second round again.
I see our future right now, Hayden.
Okay, what's your future?
Giannis is going to choke in the playoffs.
You know, that's weird because you must be from a different dimension. Because the future I see is Jason Tatum crying when he has to go home. And then I see in the next round Joel Embiid crying when he has to go home. And in the final round, I see Steph Curry crying when he has to go to Cancun with them all.
Well,
Giannis
Hayden, let's be
crying
realistic
out of
here. We're going to be the
happiness
one
for
crying
winning
no matter what.
back to back.
Hayden is going to be the
Hayden?
only one crying out of all of
Actually,
us.
I'm
He's
not
going to be the
crying
only
for the
one
Bucks in a
crying.
minute.
Let's be honest,
Last
no
time
matter any situation.
I've not cried when the Bucks lost, like the series. I've not cried.
But still, either way, you're going to cry. If you guys win
No
the
matter
championship,
what, you're going to cry.
yeah,
cried for the Brewers.
you're going to be the only one crying out of this.
He cried to a team he doesn't even like.
He cried because Georgia won the title, bro. Georgia
I'm
won the
very
and
passionate in college football. Leave me alone.
You don't even like Georgia.
I don't.
This dude's an idiot. But
Honestly, I'm joking, but I actually want to play Chicago in round 1, and then I want to play the Bucks because they are the defending champions, and if we can beat those two teams, it'll be a great year.
I just want to play the fucking Sixers this year.
no, it's gonna be Celtics, Sixers, Eastern Conference Finals.
No, it's gonna be Sixers, Bucks, Eastern Conference Finals. Watch us all be around, and it's fucking fucking.
It's the Raptors and the Nets.
Nets, Raptors, Eastern
Or
Conference
Raptors,
Finals.
Cavs.
We all know it's going to be the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, they're the first seed this year. Come
Yeah,
on now.
they.
Dwight
dude,
Howard's off.
They
this year.
just, dude, they have a great backcourt with Shaq and Dwight Howard. Bro, that team's unstoppable.
Bro, they got Tracy McGrady as their shooting.
Bro, that team's a
Bro,
great
they got
team.
Grant Hill back. Oh my god.
Grant Hill at small forward. Come on.
Come on now. All right, guys,
Yeah,
we're at
Jameer
53
Nelson
minutes.
back.
So we got to move on because we're ending this at 69 minutes. Let's talk
But
about
realistically, the Heat are losing in round 1.
this. Let's go. Let's do these next two quick. MG, Sixers. How do you feel about them heading into the playoffs?
Doc Rivers is really going to be the reason I have a heart attack this playoffs, isn't he? The Sixers could make a very deep playoff run, or Doc Rivers could mess around and get us first rounded. And it's crazy because when the Harden trade happened, everyone thought, oh my God, Sixers, look at this. They're so good. Oh my God, James Harden, Joel Embiid, actually. Joel Embiid's been playing great. Joel Embiid is going to get the scoring title this year. Joel Embiid is arguably the best center in basketball. I'm not going to sit here and have that debate again. Whatever. Cool. Doc Rivers is going to be the death of us. If Doc Rivers is good and he makes the right adjustments and he puts in the right lineups in the playoffs, the Sixers could make the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. Doc Rivers doesn't do that.
Question.
If Doc Rivers doesn't put in the right lineups, does not make adjustments and chokes, we could lose in the first round. The Sixers have such a high ceiling in the playoffs, but a low playoff floor because of Doc. Doc Rivers is going to be the death of us. And I'm going to say this, James Harden, no more passive stuff. Cut that out. I get you want to have your 12 at 13 assist games. Harden's been a great passer. Cut the passive stuff out. I'm tired of the passive stuff. It's time for Harden to be aggressive when it comes to scoring the ball. we're going to need him and Embiid to have great game. We're going to need Embiid to have a 30-plus points a night, Harden to have 25-plus points a night in order for us to win a championship this year.
Teacher Nas.
And we no more passive stuff.
Teacher MG.
What?
So, what is your ideal lineup for the Sixers heading into the playoffs? Since you're talking about like if Doc does a good lineup, what is the
Here's
lineup
the thing.
you want to see though?
The starting lineup is fine. You don't really have to do anything to that. It is the bench. Paul Reed, who was a Pirtle actually this year, he should be playing over DeAndre Jordan. And this our last game against the Raptors, even though we lost, Paul Reed played so well off the bench, way better than DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
You need to have Danny Green can only play if he is shooting well. If he's not shooting well, he is a liability that is 4-on-5 offense.
Okay.
And then with Shake Milton, same goes for him. And we need to run a strict 8-man rotation in the playoffs. Our starting 5, our bench needs to be Danny Green, George Niang, sometimes Shake Milton, and then Paul Reed. So a 9-man rotation at the most, but a strict 8-man rotation. That is the lineup, including the starting 5 of Maxey, Harden, Thibault, Harrison, and Embiid. Doc Rivers, if he does not do that, the Sixers will fail because I've seen Doc Rivers for the Clippers and for the Sixers to be the death of his teams. And I'm being serious, bro. The Sixers could get first rounded,
dude,
but they also could make it far. And it's all I really think it really lays on Doc Rivers. I feel like Embiid's going to show up. If Harden's aggressive, I think he's going to be good. It's going to lay on Doc Rivers, and I can't stress this enough.
I believe you. Now, let's move on to a team in the
Say
same.
one quick thing about
Go
the
ahead.
Sixers real
Go
quick.
ahead. You got a couple minutes before I want for sure switch.
This is the last chance for James Harden
It
to
is.
save his legacy, in my opinion.
As far as
He has no more excuses. He has to win because he's choked multiple times in the playoffs. I know last year he was hurt, and he was a big loss for them losing, but big reason for them losing. But this is his last chance, in my opinion. He's with one of the best players in the NBA, a center who he can actually elevate his own game, not make the center better. So this is his last chance. If James Harden doesn't win, we need to stop talking about him being a top 10 player.
I agree, and I'm going to move on because I want to get 2 more things in, and we have like 11 minutes left before we ending it. So I'm going to go quick on my point. I'm going to switch to how do I feel about heading into the playoffs with the Bucks. Then we'll do the Celtics after, wrap it up, and then boom. All right. So how I feel about the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks has officially clinched the second seed with the win versus the Pistons today because we have the tiebreaker over the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. 2 great dominating wins that I would love to see because in those 2 games, Giannis dropped 30. No, Giannis versus Celtics dropped 29. Drew Holiday versus Celtics dropped 29, and Middleton had 22. If our big 3 can do that, drop 20-point games, all of them combined, that is great. And Brook Lopez, since him coming back, we have been playing amazing basketball. We've been playing great, and you love to see that for a guy who is a huge piece on us offensively. When Giannis goes in, when Holiday goes in, Middleton tries to get a mid-range going and it's clamped out, you can kick out to a Brook Lopez who can nail a corner 3 for you when you need it. And then defensively, one of our biggest problems throughout the year before he came back was inside the paint. Because Bobby Portis and Giannis is not that type of defender. That's more Brook Lopez's role on the team. Giannis' main job is basically wherever a big man is to try and stop it. Now, I want to switch over to another guy who's been playing great for us. I want to go Wesley Matthews recently. His defense has been a major factor. I'm pissed off when Bud has him on a guy like James Harden instead of Drew Holiday. But when he's not on one of them, he's doing a great job starting to get the tough, hard shots for a guy like Tyrese Maxey, for a guy like Marcus Smart to get the shots going. When the main shooter of that team is too busy with Drew Holiday, he's starting to lock him down. That's another guy I'm impressed with. And then finally, the one thing I'm worried about heading into this is I have 2 things actually. Outside of Drew Holiday, our perimeter defense and the coaching. I know we just won it all with Mike Budenholzer, but I'm still worried about the coaching because throughout the year, like MG can attest to it, B-Hub can attest to it. Drew Holiday was not on James Harden for the first half of the game. Drew Holiday was not on Jaylen Brown for the first half of the game when he should have been. Because in the beginning of the game, both Harden and Brown weren't off against us, but when we switched Holiday on, they got locked down. So I'm worried about coaching. Now, anything you guys want to say quickly before I move on to our next team?
The Celtics suck.
BLB, you
Bruh.
want to say one more thing
Second.
before you have anything else
About
to
the
say?
Bucks or just
Yeah,
the
Bucks.
Celtics? The Bucks. One thing that kind of worries me is maybe their depth off the bench. And in this case, I don't know if I could trust Wesley Matthews in the playoffs. But he's been playing well. I'll give him that. But their wing defenders, besides Giannis,
I'll give you that. Like I said, the wing defenders wise, but I like our bench. You got Bobby Portis at 6 man, Grayson Allen is the 8th. Fuck Grayson Allen for what he did, but he's still a good player for us. Pat Connaughton at 9, and you run that rotation. That's a great rotation, and putting George Hill sometimes too, like that. I like that rotation for us. I think we have a good bench, but now let's move on over to the last team because we got 8 minutes until we have to end this. Beal, how do you feel about the Celtics going to playoffs? And let's go.
I'm pretty fucking happy because we're 18 and 21.
Okay.
And ever since the ISO ball narrative got expressed and heightened, the Celtics don't do a lot of losing recently. Yes, we lost our last game, but people seem to forget Jason Tatum wasn't playing. Robert Williams, unfortunately, tore his meniscus. Al Horford sits out on back-to-backs. So that wasn't all healthy. And for us to play that well against the reigning champ, but I'm very happy. We got 50 wins. Rookie coach Ime, he kind of struggled in the beginning. The team just struggled in the beginning.
And that's what.
But ever since he found the right scenarios and like lineups, Marcus Smart has been playing smart basketball. He's been playing great.
I want this narrative to end. Marcus Smart is not a dirty player. Continue.
Yeah, because there's someone in our Discord that keeps saying it for some reason because they think he purposely hurt Curry, which is far from the truth. But
I've been seeing.
I get Marcus Smart. It's everywhere. People just they have these narratives. I hope they get healthy, obviously, but he definitely did not try to do that. But one thing that worries me for the playoffs is the amount of minutes Jaylen Brown can play. Because if y'all don't know, Jaylen Brown, he's a fantastic player, but he has some injury concerns in the last few years of his career, and limiting minutes for him is a key part in these playoffs. And if he plays like 40 minutes, by like game 6 or game 7, he's going to wear down. I'm going to be honest. But we need to see how Tatum can run the offense because we don't get sometimes we get stagnant and we don't space out that much. But I just want to see how Tatum can run the floor. And let's see Derek White's first playoff run with the Boston Celtics, how he can be perimeter defender on the bench. Because our bench is not the strongest, but adding Derek White makes it a lot better. And Peyton Pritchard, keep balling, boy.
He was a beast for us. MG, how do you feel about the Celtics? We have a little bit less than 6 minutes left.
Like I said earlier, the Celtics suck, but in all seriousness, as long as they continue to play with a great flowing offense and they can continue to move the ball around, Marcus Smart continues to be a point guard and a coach on the floor, as a lot of the Celtics coaching staff calls him now. As long as Tatum continues to play at the elite level we expect him to, and as long as Brown is healthy throughout the course of a playoff run, the Boston Celtics will be a very dangerous team. And it's crazy. They started off the season 18 and 21, not knowing what will happen. People were talking about split up Brown and Tatum. I was almost on that train. People were talking about the ISO offense or ISO ball only. They changed that narrative. People said Ime Udoka might have not been the best hiring. He changed that narrative. A lot of narratives switched with the Celtics, and The only thing about the Celtics, what are we going to? Are we going to get the first half of the season Celtics? Or are we
Or
getting the second half of the season Celtics? Because even though they've been great over the last 2 months, we cannot ignore that they did have struggles. And if teams try to put
100%.
if teams try to expose those struggles again and try to expose their weaknesses again, how will the Celtics adjust? That's all I have to say.
Okay, I have one thing to say. Chris Middleton's better than Jaylen Brown, and we are 4 minutes away from
That's
hitting.
bullshit.
Question:
Let's
Do
be
you
honest.
actually believe
Chris
that?
Middleton.
No, I like fucking.
Okay.
I like trolling me up with it.
Well, we all know
Honestly,
it's false. That's all.
I have an overreaction, underreaction for next episode. I'll just do it quick. We won't have to explain. Is Drew Holiday the 2 on this team, or is it Middleton?
It is
Like
Andrew
the second
Holiday.
best player, or
Overall, for this team, who's the number 2?
Oh,
for
well,
Giannis?
Andrew Holiday.
easily.
Who?
Chris Middleton's number 3 in my opinion.
I agree. Drew Holiday's defense brings more, and Drew Holiday can still score 29.
Just his overall game is
better.
Chris Middleton's like right here. Drew Holiday's right here.
Like it's a great team. Like big three. This is a good big three for today's NBA with the teams now. It's a good one, but Middleton, he fell off for us. But anything else you guys want to say for basketball, because we're officially 3 minutes away from wrapping it up?
I know this happened a while ago, but Chris Middleton shouldn't have been an All-Star. Move on.
He should have been, but
The Lakers tragic. That's all I have to say.
L Lakers. Can I get an L in the chat for the Lakers? LeBron James has missed the playoffs 2 of his 4 years there. His career is 2 playoff misses, an NBA championship, and a wild card exit. And the NBA championship
There was
was
a wild card in the NBA. Hey, have you knew that? It's a wild card in the NBA now.
fuck.
I guess now.
First round. That one's on me. Now, NBA, we're all excited for the playoffs, aren't we?
There's playoffs happening soon? No, but
next week.
I'm very excited.
I am too. I want to say
The play-in's about to start soon.
Monday. Playing starts Monday. So that is very exciting. Now, MG.
Come back. What's up?
And MG's camera, I have to fix it quick.
Hello.
No, you're wasting time. We gotta get 69
I know,
minutes.
I'm wasting time right now. Come on, bro.
How much time we left?
We're at 1:07 and 20 seconds.
I think for the next 2 minutes, we should just thank people that are watching us. Thank you. We appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Hayden's a sped.
No.
MG's a god.
This is what we're gonna do.
I'm okay. And Isaiah's dead.
MG, you ready to do some playing games together?
As a member of the NBA fan community, I would like to humbly decline this offer, but I will send this offer. But I will send this offer off to the B Hub.
My answer is: did he break his monitor?
Yes.
Then it's a no, boy.
All right. So MG, you got a lot of baseball content coming up soon.
Baseball, basketball, and football NFL draft. So,
which will be on the Bin Podcast day 1. If there's a Game 7 for the Bucks or Sixers, me and MG will not be on the stream. We'll be streaming that. But we are officially 30 seconds away from it being 69 minutes on episode 69. So we're going to start doing the intro, outro. I want to say, if you guys haven't already, hit that like and sub. Go subscribe to MG. Go subscribe to B. I guess you can subscribe to Isaiah too. Sadly, he died on us. And
he got caught crossing the border again.
I appreciate every single one of you. And if you guys haven't, hit that like and sub. And we are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and piss off, cunts.